Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we will be talking about a topic that has become more and more relevant in our everyday life, which is the benefits of technology in education. We live in a digital age where technology is no longer just a tool for communication or entertainment. It has become a powerful force in shaping how we learn. From smartphones and tablets to online platforms and interactive apps, technology is changing the way students access information, engage with lessons, and connect with teachers and classmates. In this discussion, we will focus on three major benefits that technology brings to education. As we go through each of these points, I hope we will see how much potential technology has to improve education.
So, personally, I believe one of the greatest benefits of technology in education is that it brings accessibility and flexibility to learning. In the past, students had to depend completely on their teachers, textbooks, and physical classrooms. If you missed the lessons or didn't have access to certain materials, catching up was quite impossible back then. However, with the help of technology, learning has become something you can reach anytime and anywhere. It's no longer limited by walls, schedules, or even distance. This change has made education more open, convenient, and adaptable to everyone's needs. Why do I say this? Firstly, technology improves accessibility to education. With the internet, information is just one click away. Students can watch online tutorials, attend virtual classes, or even download ebooks from all over the world. For example, someone in a rural area can now learn the same lessons as students in big cities. In addition, many online platforms offer free courses, making it easier for people who cannot afford expensive education to still gain knowledge. This shows how technology breaks down barriers and gives everyone equal opportunities to learn. Furthermore, technology brings flexibility, which is just as important as accessibility. Not everyone learns the same way or at the same speed. Some people prefer studying early in the morning, while others focus better at night. With online learning, students can manage their own time and pace. For instance, recorded lectures allow them to pause, rewind, or review lessons whenever they need to. As a result, learning becomes more comfortable and less stressful because students can study in ways that suits them best. Moreover, this flexibility encourages students to take more control of their own learning. Instead of depending fully on teachers, students can students can explore new topics, do their own research, and discover different ways to understand complex ideas. This builds independence, creativity, and confidence. In other words, technology doesn't just make learning easier, it makes students more responsible and motivated to keep improving themselves. In conclusion, accessibility and flexibility are powerful benefits that technology has brought to education. They make learning more open, inclusive, and personalized. With just an internet connection, anyone in the world, anyone can learn anything, anywhere, and anytime. Therefore, technology has not only changed how education works, but also who can access it. It turns education into something that truly belongs to everyone, and that's what makes it so meaningful for us. Thank you.
So now I would like to talk about other benefit of technology in education, which is how it makes learning more engaging and interactive. So, in the past, education was very traditional. Teachers mostly used chalkboards, textbook, and printed notes. Students had to sit quietly, listen, and write down information. While this method worked for some people, it was not always interesting or suitable for everyone. Many students found it hard to stay focused, especially when the lesson was full of facts and long explanation. However, things have changed a lot with the introduction of technology in education. Now, teachers can make lessons come alive through digital tools. For example, instead of just reading about historical events, students can watch documentary videos or use virtual reality to experience history as if they were there. In science, teachers can use animations to show how the human body works or how chemical reactions happen in real time. These visual elements help students to see what they are learning about instead of just imagining it. As a result, they understand the topic more deeply and remember it longer. Technology also allows students to participate actively in their learning. Interactive apps like Kahoot or Quizzes make lessons fun by turning them into quizzes and games. When students compete to answer questions correctly, they become more motivated to learn. Even shy students who rarely speak up in class can participate comfortably through online platforms. This creates a more inclusive learning environment where everyone has a chance to express themselves. Another great thing about technology is that it allows personalized learning. Not all students learn at the same speed or in the same way. Some students might understand a topic very quickly, while others need more time to review. With technology, students can learn at their own pace. For example, they can rewatch recorded lessons, use educational apps, or search for tutorials online. This flexibility helps them build confidence and reduce the pressure of trying to keep up with the rest of the class. Moreover, technology encourages collaborations among students. Through online discussions, board, or shared documents, students can work together on group projects even if they are not in the same place. They can exchange ideas, share resources, and edit work together in real time. This helps students develop teamwork and communication skills, which are very important in today's world. In addition, technology helps teachers track students' progress more effectively. Learning platforms can show which areas a student is struggling with, allowing the teacher to provide extra support where it's needed. This makes teaching more efficient and ensures that no student is left behind. Overall, technology has made learning more exciting, interactive, and meaningful. It transformed the classroom into a space full of creativity and exploration. Students are no longer just listeners, they become active participants in their own education. Technology doesn't replace teachers, but it gives them more powerful tools to make lessons more dynamic and effective. To sum up, I believe that technology has truly changed education for the better by making learning more engaging and interactive. It not only helps students understand lessons more easily, but also inspires them to be more curious, creative, and confident learners. As technology continues to develop, education will only become more innovative and accessible to everyone. That's all from me.
Thank you, Amna and Sophia, for the brilliant and interesting ideas. For my side, from my perspective, I would like to talk about something that has become a huge part of our everyday lives, basically technology, and specifically our topic, which is benefits in education. While there are many positive effects, I want to focus on one powerful point, which is technology provides students with access to vast amounts of information. To start with, let's face it, we live in the digital age. Just a few decades ago, students relied mainly on textbooks, libraries, and their teachers to get information. While those are still important, technology has changed the game completely. Now, we just need a smartphone or a laptop and internet access. Students can explore nearly any topic in the world instantly. Think about it. If you are curious about space exploration, ancient civilizations, or how climate change works, You don't have to wait for the next class or go hunting for a specific book in the library. You can Google it, watch a video, take an online course, or even join a discussion with people across the globe. This kind of access empowers students to take charge of their own learning. They are no longer limited by geography or the materials available in the classroom. Let's break down let's break this down with a few examples. Imagine a student in a remote village who wants to study physics. Before, they might not have had access to a good teacher or resources. But now, with platforms like Google, YouTube, or Khan Academy, they can watch lectures from top professors, practice problems online, and even join virtual study groups. The same goes for students in urban areas who want to go beyond their curriculum. With technology, learning becomes limitless. Another huge benefit is how technology supports different learning styles. Not everyone learns best by reading. Some students understand better when they watch videos, listen to podcasts, or use interactive simulations. Technology allows for all of that. It can personalize education so students can learn at their own pace and in a way that works best for them. And let's not forget how easy it is to stay updated. Traditional textbooks can become outdated quickly, but websites, digital libraries, and online journals are constantly updated with the latest information. This is especially important in fast changing fields like science, technology, or current events. Now, some people worry that too much technology might make students lazy or distracted. That's a fair concern, but the key is how we use it. When used properly, technology is not a distraction, it's a powerful tool. Teachers can guide students to trusted source and show them how to evaluate information critically. In fact, learning how to find and judge online information is a crucial skill in today's world. So, to sum up, technology has brought many benefits to education. It makes learning more flexible, interactive, and engaging. But most importantly, it puts a wall of information right at students' fingertips. Whether you are in a big city or a small village, rich or poor, curious about math, music, or medicine, the knowledge is out there, and technology can help you access it. Let's continue to embrace technology, not as a replacement for teachers or traditional learning, but as a partner in education. One that opens doors, sparks curiosity, and creates opportunities for all students. That's all from me. Thank you.
That's a good point, Tiara. I completely agree with my friend's point that technology provides students with lots of information. I believe this is one of the most important benefits of technology in education, and it has truly transformed the way we learn, think, and grow as a student. Let's start with the most obvious reason. Technology gives us instant access to information. In the past, students had to depend on textbooks, libraries, and teachers for every piece of knowledge. But now, with the internet, information is only a few clicks away. If I want to know about global warming, ancient Egypt, or how artificial intelligence works, I don't have to wait for someone to explain it to me. I can look it up on reliable websites, watch documentaries, or read articles written by experts from all over the world. This easy access helps us become more independent learners. We no longer wait for answers, we search for them ourselves. For example, when we are confused about a math concept or a science experiment, we can use online tutorials or YouTube videos to understand it better. This builds our confidence and encourage curiosity. We start learning not just for exam, but because we genuinely want to know more. Another reason I agree with Tiara point is that technology helps us go beyond what we learn in class. In school, the syllabus can sometimes be limited, but online, the world of knowledge is limitless. Students can explore topics that interest them deeply, from robotics to literature, from psychology to space. For instance, a student who loves art can take free online drawing lessons or learn about a famous artist. A student who dreams of being a doctor can read medical articles or watch educational surgeries online. This kind of learning is not possible through books alone. Besides that, technology keeps information up to date. Textbooks take years to be published and revised, so sometimes the content becomes outdated. But digital sources like websites, ebooks, and online journals are constantly updated with new discoveries and research. This ensures that students are always learning the most current information, especially in fast changing fields like technology, science, and global issues. I also agree with Tiara because technology allows different types of learning styles to shine. Not everyone learns best by reading. Some people prefer watching videos, others prefers listening to podcasts, and some like interactive activities or games. Technology provides all of these options. Apps, simulations, and educational videos can make learning more exciting and help students understand topics more clearly. For example, when we watch a 3D animation of the human body, it's easier to remember how organs function than by just reading about it. Another great point is that technology connects students around the world. Through online discussion, group projects, and educational platforms, we can share ideas and learn from people in other countries. This is not only gives us more knowledge but also helps us understand different cultures and perspectives. Education becomes more global and open-minded. Overall, I strongly agree with Tiara point that technology provides students with lots of information. It makes learning easier, faster, and more exciting. It encourages independence, support creativity, and connects us to the world. In short, technology opens the door to endless knowledge. It and it's up to us to walk and it's up to us to walk through the door and make the most of it. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia, for agreeing with my point. To deepen your understanding regarding why I say technology provides lots of information to students, as you can see, we ourselves we use lots of technology such as Google, AIs like ChatGPT, ChatGPT, and Remini. We use those kind of digital platforms to look for information that we can use in our assignment to complete our assignment. By that, you can actually see with your own eyes that actually technology helps us a lot in our daily lives. I would like to respectfully share a different perspective from my friend's point, which is Amna's point, who believes that the biggest benefit of technology in education is accessibility and flexibility. And while I completely agree that those are important advantages or benefits, I personally believe that the most powerful benefit of technology in education is how it provides students with access to vast amounts of information. Let me explain why. Yes, technology makes education more flexible. You can learn from anywhere at any time. And yes, it's more accessible, especially for people in remote areas or with physical limitations. But what's the point of having flexible access if the content itself isn't rich, deep, and informative? Technology's real power lies in how it has completely opened the doors to knowledge. In the past, students relied only on textbook and teachers. Today, with a simple device and information connection, students can explore a universe of information, scientific articles, historical records, educational videos, podcasts, research papers, virtual labs, and more educational websites. That kind of access was unimaginable before. Let me give you an example. Imagine a student interested in artificial intelligence, which is known as AI, a topic that might not even be covered in their school curriculum. Thanks to technology, they can learn directly from university lectures online, read real world case studies, and even enroll in free or low cost courses from top universities. It's not just about accessing a class when it's convenient, it's about being able to learn what you want in depth at any time. So while accessibility and flexibility are about when and where you can learn, access to information is about what and how much you can learn. And in my view, that's far more impactful. Another key point is that technology allows for continuous learning beyond the classroom. Whether it's students preparing for exams, exploring new hobbies, or diving into advanced topics, they are not limited by school resources. This encourages self driven learning, a skill that's crucial in today's fast changing world. For example, from my own experience, I usually love to explore the internet to access more knowledge or information from our previous class. Um, for example, one of our courses requires grammar knowledge. So I personally love to dive deep in that topic and search for information in Google. That is one of the example that we can see and experience it as our own. To continue with my personal view, think about students who learn in different ways. Some understand better through videos, others through reading or doing hands on simulations. Technology offers different formats for the same information, helping students grasp complex concepts in ways that suit their learning style. That's more than just flexibility, it's customized knowledge delivery. Now, I would like to be clear. I'm not saying accessibility and flexibility aren't important. They are, especially for students in undeserved communities. But I believe those benefits are foundational. They create the opportunity. It's the rich access to information that makes education truly powerful. Because here's the truth, you can have all the flexibility in the world, but if the information isn't there or if it's outdated, shallow, or limited, then you are not really gaining much. On the other hand, when students have the ability to go deeper, to explore a topic from multiple angles, and to find up to date, diverse sources of knowledge, that's when learning becomes meaningful. So, in conclusion, while I respect and understand my friend's point about accessibility and flexibility, I believe that the greatest benefit of technology in education is the incredible access to information it provides. That's what empowers students to not just attend school, but to truly learn, grow, and explore the world. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiara, for your insightful perspective. I truly understand your concerns. So, one of the biggest concerns that I managed to hear just now is about access to unlimited information, is information overload. Students today have more resources than ever, but that can be both a blessing and a curse. Too many options can make it hard to focus or know where to start. One effective solution that I have is that we have to teach digital literacy as part of the curriculum. Students should learn how to evaluate sources, how to tell the difference between credible academic materials and random internet content. Schools can introduce lessons on how to cross check facts, identify bias, and I'm sorry, uh, identify bias and use trustworthy databases. By giving students the tools to navigate the online world confidently, we're not just helping them learn, but we're helping them think critically. Another issue that I managed to jot down earlier is the quality and the credibility of online information. Not everything on the internet is accurate and misinformation spreads fast. To solve this, schools and teachers can partner with verified educational platforms that curate and review their content. Platforms like Khan Academy, Coursera, or Google Scholar provide reliable information and structured learning paths. Teachers can also guide students toward peer-reviewed journals, digital libraries, and academic repositories. Encouraging students to use credible sources doesn't limit their curiosity, it strengthens it, ensuring what they are learning is factual and valuable. Next, we can't ignore the digital divide like Tiara has said earlier, which remains a real challenge in many communities. While technology provides access to vast knowledge, not every student has a stable internet connection or a device to use. The solution that I have here requires collaboration between schools, governments, and technology companies. Schools can create technology lending programs such as providing tablets or laptops for students who don't have their own. Governments and local communities can work together to improve internet infrastructure and offer low-cost connectivity plans for families. Some organizations are already doing this successfully, but we need to make these efforts more widespread and sustainable. Education should never depend on where you live or how much you can afford. Technology should bridge that gap, not widen it. Apart from that, there's also the challenge of distraction. Let's be honest. Technology can sometimes pull students away from learning just as easily as it can help them learn. Social media, games, and endless notifications can make it hard to stay focused. A practical solution is to teach digital discipline and time management as part of tech-based education. For instance, schools can use classroom management software that blocks unrelated sites during lessons, while teachers can model balanced digital habits. On a personal level, students can be encouraged to use apps that help them track study time and limit distractions. The goal isn't to ban technology, but to help students build healthier digital habits that make learning productive instead of overwhelming. So another important solution is we have to train teachers to use technology effectively. Some educators are still adapting to digital tools, and that's completely understandable. Technology evolves quickly, so it's truly understandable that they are not able to adapt to it. Professional development programs can help teachers learn how to integrate technology in ways that make lessons more interactive and personalized. For example, teachers can use multimedia presentations, digital quizzes, or virtual labs to bring lessons to life. When teachers are confident using technology, students benefit from a more engaging and guided learning experience. Finally, we need to remember that technology should complement, not replace human connection. Even in a digital world, the role of a teacher as a mentor, motivator, and guide is irreplaceable. To maintain that balance, schools can blend technology with traditional learning methods, combining online research with classroom discussions or digital projects with hands-on experiences. This hybrid approach keeps education both human and innovative. In the end, technology's vast access to information is an incredible gift, just like Kiara said earlier, but it comes with responsibility. The real challenge isn't how to use technology more, but how to use it better. By focusing on digital literacy, improving access, and guiding students toward credible sources, also supporting teachers, we can make technology as a true partner in education. When students know how to find, evaluate, and apply information meaningfully, they are not just learning facts, they are learning how to learn. And that's the most valuable skills of all. That's the most valuable skill of all. So yes, technology gives us access to endless information, but with the right guidance, balance, and care, we can turn that information into knowledge and that knowledge into wisdom. That's all from me. I would like to disagree a bit with Pia's point earlier. I understand that a lot of people believe that technology makes learning more interactive, and I truly understand why. It's impressive to see now how classrooms now have smart boards, online quizzes, and digital tools that seem to keep students engaged. However, I respectfully disagree with the idea that technology automatically makes learning more interactive. Because in many cases, it changes how we learn, but not necessarily how deeply we connect or engage with the material or with each other. I've noticed that when students rely too much on screens, they actually talk less. You imagine walking into a classroom full of laptops, but it's silent. Everyone's staring at their devices, half listening to the teacher, half scrolling through who knows what. That's not connection. That is isolation. Real interaction happens when people ask questions, debate ideas, or walk through problems together, not when they are typing into a discussion board that no one reads carefully. There's also something about in-person learning that technology just can't capture. Think about when a teacher reads the room, sees the confusion on your face, and adjusts how they explain something. Or when a classmate leans over to whisper, "Wait, did you get that?" That kind of human feedback loop is incredibly interactive. A screen, no matter how advanced it is, doesn't pick up on those subtle cues that make learning personal and responsive. Another thing is technology can be distracting. It is supposed to keep students engaged, but often it does the opposite. Notifications, pop-ups, background tabs, it's easy to drift off task. Even educational apps, it's all gamified and flashy, but sometimes can take the focus away from actually learning. It becomes about earning points or badges, not about understanding the material itself. And then there's the issue of access and comfort. Not every student has the same relationship with technology. Some get anxious using it, some don't have reliable internet, and others simply learn better through physical books or hands-on experience. Calling technology interactive ignores those differences and assumes everyone learns best through a screen, which just isn't true. So yeah, technology might look interactive on the surface, but real interaction, the kind that builds understanding and connection, still happens between people. Screens can support learning, sure, but they can't replace the conversations, the body language, and the shared moments that make education truly alive. In the end, I still think technology adds convenience, not interaction, and there's a big difference between the two. I believe that's all from me.
After hearing about the disadvantages that Amna has stated, such as distraction, lack of focus, and loss of personal connection. Okay, so it's important to remember that technology itself is not the real problem. The problem lies in how we use it. So today, I'm going to share several ways to overcome this challenge and make technology a more effective and balanced tool for learning. First, students must learn how to manage their time and focus when using technology. One of the biggest issues is distraction. When students use devices for studying but end up scrolling through social media, watching videos, or playing games. To overcome this, students can practice self discipline by setting clear goals before studying. For example, they can use apps that block social media during study sessions or follow the Pomodoro technique, where they study for 25 minutes and rest for 5 minutes. Teachers can also help by giving structured, interactive lessons so students stay engaged and have less chance to drift away. The key is to use technology with purpose, not just for entertainment. Second, teachers and schools should combine technology with human interaction. While technology makes learning convenient, it can never replace the emotional support and motivation that come from real human connection. To solve this, schools can adopt a blended learning approach, which means mixing face to face lessons with online tools. For example, teachers can use digital slides or videos during class, but still encourage discussion, teamwork, and in person feedback. This way, students can enjoy the benefits of technology without losing the warmth of human connection. Teachers can also use video calls or chat groups to communicate with students personally, even during online lessons. Third, balance is very important. Students should not spend all day looking at screens. Too much screen time can lead to eye strain, headache, headache, headache.
Headache.
Too much screen time can lead to eye strain, headache, and boredom. To overcome this, schools and students should plan regular breaks from devices. For example, teachers can use For example, teachers can organize offline activities such as group discussion, creative projects, or outdoor learning sessions. Even in digital lessons, teachers can ask students to write notes by hand or draw diagrams on paper. A mix of digital and physical learning keeps students healthy and more motivated. Parents also play an important role here. They should remind children to rest their eyes, move around, and limit unnecessary screen time after school. Fourth, teachers should guide students in using technology wisely and responsibly. Many students today are good at using gadgets, but not all of them know how to use them for learning. Teachers should teach digital literacy, how to identify trustworthy information, how to avoid plagiarism, and how to use online platforms for research. When students understand how to use technology when students understand how to use technology effectively, they become smarter digital learners, not just users of social media or entertainment apps. This builds responsibility and maturity in their learning habits. Fifth, make lessons with technology more creative and meaningful. Sometimes, technology becomes boring because students only watch videos or slides. To overcome this, teachers can use digital tools in creative ways, such as interactive quizzes, educational games, or online discussions. For example, using platforms like Kahoot or Padlet makes learning fun and encourage participation. When students feel involved and challenged, they are more likely to stay focused and enjoy the process of learning. Lastly, parents and educators must work together to monitor and guide technology use. Parents can set rules at home about when and how long students can use devices. Meanwhile, teachers can design le- Meanwhile, teachers can design lessons that teach balance and discipline. When schools and families cooperate, students learn to see technology as a helpful tool rather than a distraction. It's not about banning devices, it's about teaching responsibility and moderation. Okay, so, overall, while technology can sometimes cause distraction or reduce human interaction, these problems can be managed with the right strategies. By combining discipline, guidance, creativity, and balance, we can make technology an incredible tool that supports both teachers and students. Education in the digital age doesn't have to mean isolation or boredom. It can mean innovation, curiosity, and collaboration. So, rather than blaming technology, let's focus on how we use it. With proper guidance and awareness, technology can truly help us learn better, think deeper, and stay connected in meaningful ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia and Amna, for those brilliant and interesting ideas. We have solved all the disagreements that we have shared with each other. So, to wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible ways technology is transforming education for the better. First and foremost, My point was technology provides students with access to an endless supply of information, from online libraries and research databases to educational videos and digital textbooks. Students today have more resources at their fingertips than ever before. This easy access helps support deeper learning, encourages curiosity, and allows students to learn at their own pace. Secondly, one of the biggest advantages of technology in education, which was presented by Amna, is accessibility and flexibility. With online learning platforms, educational apps, and virtual classrooms, learning is no longer limited by time or place. Whether a student is at home, in a remote area, or even in another country, as long as they have an internet connection, they can learn. This flexibility is especially important for students with different learning needs or busy schedules. It allows education to adapt to the learner instead of forcing every learner to adapt to a traditional classroom. Lastly, technology has made learning far more interactive and engaging, which was discussed by Sophia. Traditional lectures can sometimes be passive and hard to follow, but now, with tools like educational games, quizzes, simulations, and virtual reality, students can actively participate in the learning process. This not only makes learning more fun, but also helps with better understanding and retention of information. In conclusion, the integration of technology in education is not just a trend, it's a necessary evolution. It empowers students with information, breaks down barriers to access, and transforms learning into an interactive, engaging experience. While there are still challenges to overcome, the benefits clearly show that when used effectively, technology can enhance education in ways they were once unimaginable. That's my conclusion for our discussion.
Okay. So, for my conclusion, technology has truly revolutionized the world of Okay, for my conclusion, technology has truly revolutionized the world of education in many incredible ways. It has changed not only how students learn, but also how teachers teach. In the past, learning was limited to classrooms, textbooks, and notes, but today, technology opens up a whole new world of learning possibilities that are faster, easier, and more exciting. Firstly, technology provides students with access to a wide range of information that is stated by Jara. Before the internet existed, students had to spend hours searching through the books and library shelves just to find one piece of information. Now, with a smartphone, computer, or any devices, students can find millions of reliable sources in seconds. They can explore different websites, watch educational videos, or even attend virtual lectures from other countries. This helps students gain a deeper understanding of any topic they are interested in. It also encourages independent learning, where students take the initiative to search for knowledge on their own, rather than waiting for teachers to explain everything. Okay, secondly, technology makes learning more interactive and enjoyable that I have stated just now. In traditional classroom, students often sit quietly and listen to the teacher. But now, with the use of digital tools such as smart boards, educational games, and online quizzes, learning becomes more active. These interactive methods help students stay engaged and interested during lessons. For example, in science classes, students can watch experiments through virtual simulations, and in language classes, they can practice speaking with AI apps. This hands on approach helps them understand lessons better and remember information longer. Technology turns learning into an experience rather than just a routine. Another major benefit is accessibility and flexibility that Amna has stated. Technology removes barriers and makes education available to everyone, no matter where they are. For instance, students who live in rural For instance, students who live in rural areas or those who have health issues can still attend online classes from home. Learning platforms such as Google Classroom or Zoom allow students to study anytime and anywhere. They can review lessons, rewatch lectures, and complete assignments at their own pace. This flexibility helps every student learn in a way that suits them best. It also encourages lifelong learning because education no longer stops at school. It continues throughout life with online courses and digital resources. Overall, when we look at these benefits together, it's clear that technology plays a vital role in shaping modern education. It helps students become more knowledgeable, independent, and creative. It also helps teachers make lessons more effective and engaging. However, it's important to remember that technology should be used wisely. It should not replace teachers, but rather assist them in improving the learning process. When used correctly, technology and education can work hand in hand to create a brighter and more advanced future for students around the world. To sum up, technology provides students with unlimited access to knowledgeable, makes learning interactive and fun, and offers flexibility that suits everyone's needs. It truly has changed education for better and continues to open doors for new opportunities every single day. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia, for such an insightful conclusion. So, for me, to sum up everything that I managed to understand from our discussion earlier, I believe that technology has completely transformed the way we learn and teach. Education today looks nothing like it did a few decades ago. We've moved from chalkboards and textbooks to smartboards, tablets, and online classrooms that connect people across the world. But beyond that screens and software, the real power of technology lies in how it makes learning more accessible, engaging, and personal. Students can now study almost anything from anywhere, whether they are watching tutorials, joining online courses, or practicing skills at their own pace. This has opened up education to everyone, breaking down barriers of distance, time, and cost. It has made learning more inclusive, giving people from all backgrounds the chance to learn, grow, and succeed. Apart from that, technology has also made learning far more interactive and meaningful. Instead of passively memorizing facts, students can experience subjects in dynamic and creative ways. Virtual labs, videos, simulations, and virtual labs, videos, and simulations turn abstract ideas into something real and exciting. Teachers can now reach every type of learner, such as visual, auditory, or hands-on, by using digital tools. Duh, duh, duh. Teachers can now reach every type of learner, whether they are visual, auditory, or hands-on, using digital tools that make lessons adaptable and engaging. Communication has also improved tremendously. Students can collaborate on projects online, exchange ideas instantly, and connect with teachers beyond the classroom. At the same time, technology prepares students for the modern world by building essential digital skills like research, problem solving, and online communication. In many ways, it equips them not only for academic success, but for life in a fast-changing, technology-driven society. Of course, as much as we celebrate these benefits, technology must be used wisely. Not everyone has equal access to devices or the internet, and too much screen time can sometimes do more harm than good. That's why balance is so important. Technologies should enhance learning, not replace human connection or traditional teaching. The most powerful education comes when innovation meets empathy, when teachers use technology to inspire curiosity, guide discovery, and connect with students on a deeper level. In the end, Technology hasn't just changed how we learn, but it has redefined what it means to be a learner. It has made education more inclusive, creative, and empowering, reminding us that learning is a lifelong journey, which is one that becomes even more meaningful when people and technology work together. That's all from my perspective. Thank you.
And I think that's the end of our discussion. That's
Yeah.
all from us. Thank you.
That's
Thank
all from
you.
us. Thank you.
Ah!